Hey Scorpio, welcome to your June 2025 quick read. Excuse my tone if I'm extra monotone and just dry. Y'all, I'm tired. But these readings is going to come out. I made sure today that I was going to get y'all reading out. So let's see. What does Scorpio need to know about June 2025? What are they experiencing in June 2025? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. Come on, Six of Pentacles. Love to see it. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are they experiencing in June? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear. What are they experiencing? Interesting. Five of Swords. Tried to flip the other way, but it didn't. What are my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising experiencing in the month of June? Okay, Ace of Wands. Okay, Scorpio, let me sit on these for a little bit. Okay, Scorpio. So the first thing I heard is more money, more problems, which I find to be crazy because if I'm not mistaken, a certain somebody is a Scorpio. But more money, more problems, meaning with the Six of Pentacles, there is a lot of generosity around you in the month of June, a lot of people giving you things or maybe even you giving people things. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, it's in the form of paying back or paying off. Like maybe giving someone money in the hopes that you get something in return. But nothing, too horrible on this particular card. I do feel that it's all coming towards you. So, and this can look like anything. Of course, for a lot of you, it will be money, especially if you have like a business or something where people are to pay to have access to you or your talents or your skills, or just kindness, like people giving you gifts or I don't know, food or something like that. So there's a lot of generosity and love. For somebody specific, I'm hearing like you have a great community around you, a great support system. So you may see your friends and family members more frequently in the month of June coming to support you, coming to care for you. For somebody specifically, like coming by your house to like check in on you, see how you're doing, sort of thing. Especially if they usually don't, it may seem like this month there's an influx of that. Okay, but we're fighting. More money, more problem. We are in competition in some way with someone somehow, and it's getting to a point where it seems like as you go up and as you grow and as you receive more, there seems to always be someone popping out with a problem, or maybe there's a new problem popping out. It may not be always somebody. For some of you, it's like your newfound success and growth is like triggering other relationships in your life. So for some of you, it's going to look like the obvious. You start doing well, and then all of a sudden your cousin start hating. All of a sudden you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend can't get right, and now you're in this conflict. I'm not going to put it on jealousy. I'm going to be honest with you. For some of you, it is jealousy. And just competitive energy, like on both ends though. I'm gonna be honest with you. You or them just really want to win this argument, this situation. Maybe you've always both been kind of neck and neck on who's the best or who's on top. Now you're on top, and now it's bringing up this competitive energy out of somebody. But for others of you, it's just simply a fight. We're going back and forth and we're trying to see who's right. And maybe that's where that payoff energy that I'm sensing is coming from, because you're trying to do whatever you can to win. For somebody specifically, I'm hearing like paying for favors or followers. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just putting it out there. There's something about paying so that you get something in return. But yeah, there's some frustration. Long story short, you got a couple haters. You got some people that want to take you down, or vice versa. I'm not gonna lie to you, Scorpio, because y'all have a little streak too. So you may find yourself like, wow, you have all this generosity going on. There's a little competition going on as well. There is a lot of distraction and delays, and maybe that's kind of the point with both of these cards, is that this conflict and competition is kind of distracting you from all of the abundance and all of the solutions you could possibly be creating in your situation, because you're so busy dealing with whoever got something to say, right? I also feel like they're kind of distracting from the point, is something that I'm hearing. Like you may find yourself in the middle of this conflict or this issue and thinking, you so busy trying to like take me down, or you so busy thinking about this thing, you're not even thinking about all of the other things. Okay, there may be some delays and frustrations too, because this really feels like you're on top of the world, but then there's just like these few aspects. I'm also getting something about a sexual relationship. I don't know if something has changed in that relationship, or maybe you're in a new one. I don't know. There's something about that. So we'll see what comes up in love and relationships. But this, Ace of Wands, you know what that looked like. And I immediately heard it when this came up. So there may be something that's going on there as well. So June is just more of the same. Like I said, more money, more problems. The more you grow, the better you get. It seems like you seem to have more problems in the other areas, okay? But let's get into it. What does Scorpio need to know about their career and finances in the month of June? What do my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about their career and finances in the month of June? First card out, the Hand. Manifesting money, reach goals. Financial assistance. Careers could be hands-on work, help getting a job. Bad investment, financial challenges, savings. Okay, careers, you could do office work the night shift. You could have a job that's ending. Financial relief, being content, loving, care. Careers, you could be in a supportive role. Job security and growing. Okay, this feels like a split message. For a lot of you who may be watching this, you may have a career goal or a career that involves helping others in some way. So there could be a very spiritual career. It can be like social work. It can be, I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting like volunteering, helping with the homeless, things of that nature. Like whatever it is that you do, it's literally hands-on work. You're going out in the community. You're posting to help in this way. Maybe you, I don't know, put things together for people. Like, again, if you're on the spiritual side, you may do potions and, spells for people, or maybe do some type of candle work for them. There's something that you do with your hands, but it feels community related, right? Like you're meant to help others, and that's something that you've been wanting to do. You provide support, a support that people really need. And that alone brings you the growth and the financial relief you've been doing. So a lot of you are very happy with what it is that you do. And maybe for some of you, you're even in the midst of creating the job of your dreams, okay? I'm not going to lie, for some of you, the money's not great. For some of you, the money is not great, but it is what you love to do. So it's that middle ground of like, okay, at least I'm happy doing what I want to do. Now I just need the money to go where it needs to go. For others of you, though, you do reach your goal. If you are on social media, maybe you're growing. Your finances could be growing. Your support group of some sort, you're supporting, your community is growing. Whatever the case may be, like whatever you've been trying to grow is growing. Now, for a lot of you, despite all of that, you're having some challenges. Specifically, this job ending, I don't think it's for most of you. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But your career is ending. Maybe it has something to do with this conflict where someone's trying to come up against your name or come up against your work, and question what it is that you do and why you do it. So that it may be, like, I guess, in jeopardy is something that I'm picking up, okay? So there may be some financial challenges simply because of that, because now you're trying to fight back in this situation. For somebody very specific, I'm hearing, like, a business problem. Like, maybe you've invested. Like, I'm picking up on someone who's an entrepreneur. You have other businesses and jobs, but there's this particular thing that maybe isn't making money, or there's something coming in the way of the finances of that particular business. So that may come up for you this month as well. So there's a mix. For some of you, both of these things can be happening at the same time. On one hand, you could be having the time of your life and it's all going great. And for others of you, it's like, oh, hold on, this one little aspect is a mess and I can't seem to get it together. So we shall see. Now let's get into your love and relationship. Let's see what's going on here. What is the zodiac sign, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What are they experiencing in their love and relationships in the month of June 2025? Thank you. Wow, a lot. Let's see. Healing, wounds, improving, mending, progress. Between the lines, hidden, meeting, vague, speculate, implicit. Speculate stands out for me. Okay. Spiritual awakening, enlightenment, epiphany, life lessons, rebirth. Heartbreak, hurt, betrayal, grief, disappointment. Interesting. Bear with me. Yeah, remember earlier I said there's a relationship might be ending or changing in some type of way. I'm gonna be honest, for somebody specific, very, very specific, so it doesn't apply, that's fine. You've stopped having relations with someone and that bothers you for some reason. Maybe you never expected the relationship to change in that way, but it does. Okay. Wounds really sticks out for me. Someone is really hurt and has been hurt for some time, whether it's you or another person. So these things are kind of coming out. Maybe that's what you're fighting about with these people this month, is the hurt that you or them have caused. Okay, maybe you guys can't agree on what on the heartbreak itself or the problem itself. Oh, well, I'm upset I did this to you because you did that, and then you're like, no, I didn't. And then it's like this back and forth because you both can't come to an agreement on what actually happened, or the intention behind what happened. So there may be a lot of wounding, and maybe you may find yourself, maybe not you, maybe the other person, find yourself apologizing to that person, or vice versa. For others of you, you are just taking a previous heartbreak, because it's so interesting, because this feels like for some of you this is an ex, a recent ex, or maybe like your ex as in like your last baby mother or father, someone, maybe even a friend. Like a relationship has really affected the way that you see relationships, so you're learning a lot from that. For some of you it's a fresh heartbreak, but for others of you it's not fresh at all, it's old. But you're learning something from it. You're looking at it differently. And you're figuring out the meanings from it. And you're going, okay, I'm learning this and I'm changing in this way because of this experience. Some of you may even become more spiritual because of this situation. Because you're realizing, hey, this really changed my life in a way that I didn't expect it to. Okay, it may actually just jumpstart your spiritual awakening. And I know we were talking about that last month. So you've already been on this path. But maybe this month here's a different view or perspective of it all, like kind of like an awakening of some sort. Okay, I also feel like somebody's lying, or not lying, but like I said, they're speculating. They're making assumptions based off of things that you've done and said. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This may be in your platonic or familial relationships. They're just making assumptions. But I'll be honest and say that this person is genuinely hurt, and that's why. So it's not necessarily that they mean you harm. It's just that they see it their way, and you know how people are when they get hurt. When they get hurt, they just act. They don't think. Okay, but either way, you're making progress. At least you're trying to. You're trying to stay in this energy, regardless of abundance and generosity and giving and being given back to, learning and growing. Betrayal does stick out as well. Someone feels betrayed and hurt. So be careful if it's on your end. Be open to talking about it. If it's them being upset with you. Something like that. Okay, my Scorpios. But let me know how it goes in the comments. I hope you're having a fantastic day and a great month. Bye.